Bonjour, today I'm going to show you how to create even spaces between your photos. So if I take this first photo as an example, and I'm going to have it at A1, E3, you will understand when I will be doing it. So I place my photo here, and I like to keep all of this part of the photo. So I'm just going to trace. And that's the part I want to keep. So it's A1 and E3. So that's why I wrote A1, E3 at the top of my photo. Now for this one, I wanted to have it here. So I want A4 right there, and then D6. So I want all of this. Yes, right there. So I'm just going to trace on this one. Okay, so that's the two photos I want. So now, oops, I stained my mat. So this is something you don't want to do. So now I'm going to cut, and I'm going to do a bad job, which is really hard for me because I'm such a perfectionist, but I'm just going to, so the first one would be a good cut, or at least the best I can do. So now I'm going to do a bad cut. Instead of cutting right on the lines, I will add a space. So maybe slanted like this. Okay, and then I go back to something that is more right on the line, which I should be doing. Okay, so that's my photo. And then I have this one where I'm going to do a good job and cut right on the outside of the lines. And you can use a paper trimmer, you know, it's up to you. I like to use my scissors, but you can use a paper trimmer. So now what you want to do is erase the lines. So this time I'm not going to stain my mat, so I'm just going to do this way. So this way I don't stain the paper that is below. And I'm going to check on the grid. So here we go, that's the first photo that I should have done a good job, so let's see if I did. So I'm just going to place it on the grid, and it looks pretty good to me, so I think I did a good job for that one. And then when I want to place this one, then I can tell I didn't do a good job here. So as you can see on this one, you can tell I didn't cut very well, so there is not an even space between the two photos. So I'm just going to fix that by tracing again. Place it under. And then trace. And then try to fix that the best I can. And then place it back and see if it's better. There you have it. And then the other photo, sorry. And yeah, so it's way better. You have an even space now. So now let me show you when you cut too much inside the line this time. So instead of cutting right outside of the line, so let me actually trace it again so you can see. Okay, so I should be, I traced again. So when I cut right on the outside of the lines. But let's pretend I cut inside the lines and see what's happening then. So if I cut inside the lines this time, when I replace it under my template, then you clearly see there is a gap here. So then you won't get an even space between those two photos. So basically the space you want to get is this space, a channel. That's the name of that. So you want to have the size of the channel between your two photos. And so that's the way I check if I have an even space between my photos. I hope you liked this video. Bonne journée et à bientôt!